Top 20 Cattle Rancher Interview Questions and Answers. Welcome to our video on the top 20 cattle rancher interview questions and answers, designed to help you prepare confidently, showcase your ranching expertise, and succeed in your next job interview. 1. How many years of experience do you have in cattle ranching, and what types of operations have you worked in, e.g. cow-calf, feedlot, dairy, organic? I have over 10 years of hands-on experience in cattle ranching, primarily within cow-calf and feedlot operations. I began working on a family-owned cow-calf ranch, which allowed me to learn about calving, branding, and pasture rotation. Later, I transitioned into managing feedlot operations, where I focus on efficient feeding, weight gain monitoring, and herd health. I've also had the opportunity to assist on a small-scale organic cattle farm, gaining insights into chemical-free management practices and organic certification processes. These diverse experiences have provided me with a well-rounded understanding of the industry and the ability to adapt to various ranching environments and methods. 2. What initially drew you to cattle ranching, and what do you enjoy most about the work? My passion for cattle ranching began during childhood, growing up on a rural farm where I was fascinated by livestock and the land. The connection between animal care, the environment, and food production inspired me to pursue ranching professionally. What I enjoy most is a variety and purpose in the work. Each day presents new challenges and learning opportunities, from calving to pasture management. I find satisfaction in raising healthy animals and contributing to sustainable food systems. The physical aspect, combined with deep ties to the land and livestock, makes this career incredibly fulfilling. Ranching offers a rewarding lifestyle rooted in hard work and stewardship. 3. Have you managed or worked with different cattle breeds? Which ones, and what are their advantages? Yes, I've worked with several cattle breeds, including Angus, Hereford, Charolais, and Brahman. Angus cattle are popular for their excellent meat quality and adaptability, making them ideal for beef production. Herefords are known for their docile temperament and hardiness in various climates, which makes them easy to manage. Charolais cattle grow quickly and yield high carcass weights, making them efficient for feedlots. Brahman cattle are extremely heat-tolerant and resistant to parasites, making them suitable for hotter climates. Each breed has distinct characteristics, and I've learned to select or crossbreed based on ranch goals, market demands, and environmental conditions to optimize productivity and profitability. 4. Describe your experience with pasture management and rotational grazing techniques. I have extensive experience with pasture management and rotational grazing, which are essential for maintaining healthy forage in soil. I assess pasture quality through visual inspection and soil testing, and adjust stocking rates to avoid overgrazing. I implement rotational grazing by dividing pastures into smaller paddocks and moving cattle regularly to allow forage regrowth. This practice improves pasture longevity, reduces erosion, and enhances livestock nutrition. I also monitor water availability, plant diversity, and weed control as part of overall land management. Using rotational grazing not only supports herd health and weight gain, but also contributes to sustainability by increasing forage efficiency and soil fertility. 5. Have you ever dealt with a disease outbreak in your herd? How did you handle it? Yes, I've faced a disease outbreak, specifically bovine respiratory disease, BRD, in a feedlot setting. Early detection was critical, so I monitored cattle for symptoms like coughing, nasal discharge, and lethargy. I quickly isolated affected animals and consulted with a veterinarian to establish a treatment protocol, which included antibiotics and supportive care. We reviewed our vaccination records and adjusted our health management plan to prevent recurrence. I also improved biosecurity measures, such as disinfecting equipment and managing animal stress. Communication with the team was essential to ensure consistent monitoring. This experience reinforced the importance of proactive herd health strategies and timely response to potential outbreaks. 6. What protocols do you follow for herd health management, vaccinations, deworming, etc.? I follow a structured herd health management program developed in consultation with a veterinarian. This includes routine vaccinations for diseases like blackleg, respiratory infections, and BVD administered at key stages such as weaning and pre-breeding. Deworming is performed based on fecal egg counts and seasonal parasite risk, typically in spring and fall. I also maintain a mineral supplementation program to support immune function. Calves receive colostrum immediately after birth, and I monitor their growth closely. Record keeping is crucial, so I document all treatments and vaccination dates for each animal. Preventive care is prioritized to reduce illness and ensure herd productivity year-round. 7. How do you handle cattle safely and efficiently to minimize stress on the animals? Handling cattle with low-stress techniques is essential for their welfare and productivity. I use calm, deliberate movements and avoid loud noises or abrupt actions to prevent agitation. I rely on proper equipment such as well-designed chutes, curved alleys, and non-slip flooring to move cattle smoothly. I follow principles of animal behavior, such as understanding flight zones and pressure points, to guide animals rather than force them. Regular handling helps cattle become familiar with routines, reducing fear. I also ensure staff are trained in low-stress handling techniques. Minimizing stress not only improves animal health, but also enhances meat quality and reduces risk of injury to both livestock and handlers. 8. What signs do you look for to detect illness or injury in cattle? Early detection of illness or injury is vital, so I observe cattle daily for changes in behavior, appearance, or appetite. Common signs of illness include isolation from the herd, reduced feed or water intake, labored breathing, nasal discharge, coughing, drooping ears, or rough coat. I also watch for lameness, swelling, or wounds that may indicate injury. Monitoring body condition and checking for fever or abnormal manure are part of my routine evaluations. I respond promptly by isolating affected animals and consulting a vet if needed. This proactive approach helps prevent disease spread and supports quicker recovery, maintaining overall herd health. 9. How do you manage calving season, and what steps do you take to ensure high survival rates? During calving season, I prepare by grouping expectant cows in a clean, dry, and secure area with easy access to food and water. I monitor them closely, especially during late gestation, to recognize signs of labor. When intervention is necessary, such as for difficult births, I act promptly while minimizing stress to the cow. Newborn calves are checked immediately for breathing, cleaned, and given colostrum within the first few hours. I tag and record each birth and monitor calf health closely over the following days. Providing shelter during extreme weather and maintaining predator control are also crucial for calf survival and well-being. 10. What experience do you have with artificial insemination, AI, or breeding programs? I have hands-on experience managing both natural service and artificial insemination, AI, programs. I've used AI to introduce desirable genetics into the herd, improve traits like calving ease, growth rate, and meat quality. I monitor heat cycles using visual cues and tools like heat detection patches or synchronization protocols. Timing is crucial, so I coordinate closely with technicians and veterinarians to ensure precise insemination. I also maintain detailed breeding records, including size selection, conception rates, and calving outcomes. My approach combines genetic planning with reproductive health to increase herd productivity and profitability. AI has proven to be a cost-effective way to achieve specific breeding goals. 11. How do you balance cost efficiency with high-quality feed and nutrition for cattle? Balancing cost and quality starts with understanding the nutritional needs of each cattle group. I test forage quality and supplement with grains, minerals, or protein blocks only as necessary. I prefer growing or sourcing local hay to reduce transportation costs. During drought or feed shortages, I use alternative feeds like silage or crop residues to maintain nutrition. I also track feed conversion ratios to measure efficiency and minimize waste. Strategic feeding ensures cattle get adequate nutrition for growth and reproduction without unnecessary expense. Working with a livestock nutritionist helps optimize rations, making sure I maintain animal health while managing feed costs responsibly. 12. What record-keeping systems have you used to track herd health, breeding, and finances? I've used both manual logs and digital herd management software like CattleMax and Ranch Manager to track health, breeding, and financial records. These tools allow me to maintain up-to-date data on vaccinations, deworming schedules, calving, weight gains, and breeding performance. Financial tracking includes expenses on feed, vet care, equipment, and sales income, which helps in budgeting and profitability analysis. I also keep backup spreadsheets for quick access. Accurate record keeping not only ensures regulatory compliance but also supports better decision making. It helps identify health trends, monitor reproductive efficiency, and plan culling or replacement strategies to maintain a productive, profitable operation. 13. How do you stay updated on industry trends, regulations, and best practices? I stay informed through several channels, including attending livestock conferences, workshops, and webinars offered by agricultural extension offices and universities. I subscribe to industry publications such as Beef Magazine and Drovers, which cover the latest research, market trends, and innovations. I'm also a member of local cattlemen's associations and participate in producer networks where ranchers share insights and experiences. I maintain contact with veterinarians, feed suppliers, and conservation agencies to stay updated on regulations and best practices. Continuous learning is crucial in this evolving field, and I make it a point to regularly adapt my management strategies based on credible, up-to-date information. 14. Have you ever worked with government programs, e.g., USDA conservation programs? If so, how? Yes, I've worked with USDA programs such as EQIP, Environmental Quality Incentives Program, and NRCS conservation initiatives. These programs supported improvements in grazing management, water infrastructure, and soil conservation. I collaborated with local agents to develop a rotational grazing plan and installed solar-powered water systems to reduce environmental impact. I've also participated in drought assistance and livestock disaster relief programs. These government partnerships help me implement sustainable practices while receiving financial and technical support. I ensure all compliance paperwork is accurately maintained and meet program deadlines. Engaging with these programs has enhanced both my operational efficiency and environmental stewardship. 15. What strategies do you use to manage drought conditions or feed shortages? During droughts, I implement a combination of short-term and long-term strategies. I monitor forage availability and adjust stocking rates accordingly to avoid overgrazing. I also prioritize early weaning and culling less productive animals to reduce pressure on limited resources. In terms of feed, I utilize alternative sources like silage, crop residues, or hay from previous years. I've created emergency feed plans and have agreements with nearby suppliers to secure supplemental feed when needed. Water conservation is also critical, so I inspect and maintain watering systems regularly. Long-term, I improve pasture resilience through reseeding, rotational grazing, and soil health practices. 16. What machinery and equipment are you proficient with, e.g., tractors, chutes, feeders? I'm proficient with a wide range of ranch equipment, including tractors, skid steers, hay balers, post hole diggers, and brush cutters. I operate and maintain livestock handling systems such as hydraulic chutes, head gates, and alleyways, ensuring safe and efficient cattle processing. I've used feed wagons and grain grinders to mix and distribute rations accurately. I also manage fence building tools, welding equipment, and water system components like pumps and tanks. Regular maintenance and safety checks are part of my routine to ensure everything runs smoothly. My mechanical skills help reduce downtime and cost by handling minor repairs and troubleshooting in-house. 17. How do you maintain fences, water systems, and other ranch infrastructure? Maintenance begins with regular inspection. I check fences for broken wires, loose posts, or vegetation overgrowth and repair them promptly using appropriate tools. For water systems, I monitor tanks, pipelines, and troughs to prevent leaks or blockages and ensure constant water availability. I clean tanks periodically to maintain water quality. Infrastructure like barns, corrals, and handling equipment is inspected for structural integrity, and I perform repairs as needed. Preventive maintenance, like winterizing water lines or reinforcing gates before calving, helps avoid costly emergencies. Keeping infrastructure in good condition not only supports cattle health and safety, but also contributes to overall operational efficiency. 18. Describe your experience with sustainable or regenerative ranching practices. I actively incorporate sustainable and regenerative practices into my ranching operations. I use rotational grazing to improve pasture health and reduce soil erosion. I plant cover crops to enhance soil fertility and use manure as natural fertilizer. Water conservation is practiced through efficient watering systems and protection of riparian zones. I minimize chemical inputs by promoting natural parasite control and integrated weed management. I also focus on biodiversity by maintaining native grasses and promoting pollinator-friendly habitats. These methods not only support long-term ranch productivity, but also align with ecological stewardship values. Regenerative ranching helps build resilient systems that withstand climate and market fluctuations. 19. Tell me about a time you had to make a quick decision to protect your herd, e.g., whether emergency, predator threat. During a sudden blizzard, temperatures plummeted and visibility dropped. I quickly gathered my crew and moved the herd to a wind-protected area with hay and water access. We worked in shift to monitor for signs of cold stress and provided bedding for newborn calves. A few cattle got separated, so I used a snowmobile to locate and guide them back. Our quick response minimized losses and protected the herd's health. This experience reinforced the importance of emergency preparedness, timely decision-making, and teamwork. In ranching, conditions change fast, and being able to act swiftly can mean the difference between survival and loss. 20. How do you handle the physical and mental demands of ranching, especially during peak seasons? Ranching is physically and mentally demanding, especially during calving or branding season. I maintain a consistent fitness routine to stay strong and reduce injury risk. I also schedule rest periods and delegate tasks to avoid burnout. Good nutrition, hydration, and sleep are essential, even during busy periods. Mentally, I stay grounded by setting daily priorities and keeping a long-term perspective when challenges arise. I talk openly with my team and family and seek advice from fellow ranchers when needed. I also practice mindfulness and take time outdoors to reset. Resilience, self-care, and community support are key to thriving in this lifestyle. Thank you for watching our video on the top 20 cattle rancher interview questions and answers. We hope it helps you feel confident and well prepared. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more career-focused content. Best of luck with your interview and future in cattle ranching.